Hey there, YouTube. Mountain Boy here. I just got my Joker Lynx. I've been waiting for this for a while. It always seems like it's really hard to order these things, and I'm just amazed. It's a beautiful knife. I really can't wait to start using it. Um, and I think one of the things that is interesting as I've been playing with this, I've been realizing just what an amazing value this is, right? This cost me $105 with the Kydex sheath. Delivered, and I think that might have even included taxes. This is my trusty old Benchmade Bushcrafter, which is currently retail $300, and you can usually get on the street about $270. So, you know, one of the things with this is it makes you kind of wonder is at $105 versus $270, is the difference really worth it? So I thought I'd just kind of go through it and also show off the knives a bit while I'm doing it, but talk through this. The Benchmade is S30V steel. It's a Siebert design, Benchmade, G10 handles, titanium rivet inserts. But it's also, I think an important thing is realize that this is really a handcrafted knife, right? That's an important thing. You look at something like this O knife, or even the Gerber Principal. And these can be pretty readily assembled by semi-skilled labor. I think with these two knives, we're definitely in the territory where these have to be craftsmen, have to be people who are versed in tooling, lathing, grinding, polishing, you know. And so I really try to kind of look at what's the material costs that go into this. So I think the first argument someone might make, oh, and I think one last thing is this is my Carta handle, and this is G10, but similar materials, and I'm gonna kind of call it a wash in terms of cost. But I think a lot of people start with the steel, S30V, right? It's a powder formed steel, you know, crucible steel. It's super, but at the end of the day, it's still a stainless steel. And I looked into it, and yes, it's more expensive than the steel on this. This is the, I don't know if you can see this, the Bowler N695, which is roughly kind of equivalent. It's a little bit of an improved version of a 440C stainless steel. So a higher end stainless steel, a middle grade stainless steel. So I kind of looked up the prices, and for a piece of stock, I think it was 12 by 2.5. This is $36 retail, and this is $17.89 retail. So, you know, roughly double, but, you know, still only about a, you know, kind of $15 difference, let's say. The other thing I kind of looked at is, you know, you could argue, well, the labor rates, this is made in Spain. This is made in Oregon City, Oregon. And I did look up the labor rates, and Oregon, for kind of a machinist with kind of grinding metalworking skills, is about $23.82 per hour based upon the labor of statistics. And then the Spanish counterpart, and I couldn't find anything as refined, but a manufacturing position with some additional skill sets is $14.04 per hour. And so again, if I don't know how many hours goes into the machining of this. If it's an hour, you know, we're still only talking about like a $10 difference. If it's 2 hours, you know, we're talking about, you know, a $20 difference. So it's interesting to kind of reference it to China, which is about $6 an hour. So, yeah, again, when you're kind of looking at this, and this is a $100 knife, this is a $100 knife, and you look at how much inherent more profit is in like the O knife than in the Joker. Anyway, so I kind of was doing my math, and I kind of assumed all the other material costs are fixed. After the cost, I think Joker, and this doesn't include marketing, distribution, transportation, it's like $48, you know, of profit versus $184 in profit. And so I kind of really wonder if with this knife, it's a great knife. This is literally my third one. Thank you, crackheads who keep breaking into my house or my car. But, you know, I think I want to get across to you is kind of what a phenomenal value this are. Both these knives, you know, I mean, this thing is a work of art. I mean, you look at the craftsmanship with this. There's no rise in terms of this ridge at all. It's just been completely ground smooth. It fits very well in the hand. It's contoured. This jimping, it's almost sharp, this jimping. I mean, especially because I wear gloves a lot, I think with gloves it'll be particularly great because you're not going to slip off of that at all. Same thing with the pommel here, like kind of almost sharp jimping there, you know, if you're kind of using it, you know, either in different ways that you kind of need that traction. I mean, the Bushcrafter doesn't even have that. It's all smooth, right? I mean, it's pretty much, you're just relying on the texture of the G10. And yeah, you got a little bit more contouring than you do here. But that's kind of, and the choil also helps. But that's kind of what you're, you know, thinking of. So in a way, this is actually even more machining than this to make this knife. So anyway, I think the main purpose I wanted to get across is just really not just the typical video where you're carving wood chips or you're pounding on it, but I think kind of talking through materials, the craftsmanship, the amount of labor, and all I can say is these Joker knives are pretty amazing. And you know, it's funny because you go down a rabbit hole and you also end up finding other Spanish-made knives that are very similar price point. They also use kind of the Bowler steels. And so, you know, I think it's kind of good to kind of bring that pressure into the market. I don't see too many Chinese knives or China-made knives that kind of get to this level of quality. Usually I think it's lower, you know, high precision, but lower skill set labor. Like these G10 scales look like they're kind of milled probably on a CNC. Now, admittedly, this here, there's no gap whatsoever here, but I don't know if this was ground and polished. It'd be really interesting to find out. And even with the $70 knife here, the Principal, I mean, this is just parts where somebody's sitting on a line just press fitting this together and, you know, and kind of calling it good. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of get across the appreciation for, you know, kind of what goes into kind of a good knife, the value behind it, and then using that to kind of really say, hey, this is an amazing high value knife. I'm really excited to kind of put this into my rotation, start using this, and see how it kind of works out. My other new knife is kind of an SE6, which I've had for a couple months now and I've been using. And so I'm really looking forward to see how, you know, both of them kind of stand up against each other, you know, as I'm kind of doing my work up on my property. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video, this long-winded video, and you got something out of it. So thank you very much. Take care. Bye.